Imagine you're going into the office of a senior decision maker of a huge Fortune 100 company, and he's had nothing but problems with your company. He bought 200 units of electric timestamps, so every time a trader makes a stamp, it's the same time for all trades, and they don't get fined by the SEC. He had nothing but problems with these units, with the 200, and my company took them all back, changed the motors, and then replaced them. But he's still having the same problem. And then the company decides to give me that account and go fix it. So I walk into John Delaney's office, a former Green Beret, and he goes, "Don't even open your mouth. I have nothing but problems with the SEC and getting fined. You fix this in 2 weeks, or I'm going to have my assistant David throw you out of this 102nd floor window." I walked out immediately and went to the service manager. I said, "Carl, do we know which machines are breaking?" He said, "No. We can't get the serial numbers from them." So I went back to John and I said, "Let me do research over 2 weeks. I'll create a log. Will David, your assistant, please put down the serial numbers of the units that keep breaking?" And he did. And what we found out is only 10% of the units are bad. So then I went back to John and I said, "Listen, here's the research, here's the results. The solution is simple. Buy 10 spares. Anytime something's mechanically produced, it can always go wrong. Have 10 spares. If one goes down, you trade it out immediately, and our repair people can come in daily and fix all the repairs. It's only 10%, and he did that, and his problem was solved." And then 2 years later, he takes over the American Stock Exchange, and he calls me up and he goes, "Let's try it again. I need 2,000 units." So how did I build this profitable relationship? 3 elements. Number 1, trust. Every time I made a promise to him, I kept it. And if I couldn't keep it, I alerted him in advance so he was never ever surprised. And as I kept keeping my promises, I was building integrity, and then he realized that I was there for him. Second thing is communication. You cannot over communicate. Keep communicating as to how your promises are making out, and if you can't make them, what are you going to do instead? And then finally, make sure it's a mutual benefit. The mutual benefit was for this problem to go away, so John didn't get sued anymore, and I didn't have him making threats to me anymore. That's how you build profitable relationships. That's today's Velocity Mindset message. Please be good to yourself and others, and I'll see you in a couple of days.